1989 thought houses will look like this in 2020. Let's go. Past predictions.
What are going to be the biggest changes in our homes by 2020? Will the house of the future protect the environment? And what new technology do researchers think we'll be living with? Well, we've been talking to some of the people who've been thinking about the home of the future. Christine McNulty.
Okay.
I started the Home of the Future project to find out what people will want from their homes. They'll want all the benefits of modern technology, but without all this cluttered and complex gadgetry that we have today.
Right. And we still
They'll
have
want
that.
homes that work for them. By 2020, all of this will be possible. We'll have things under control without all of these knobs and buttons. And what's more, the technology itself will be embedded in the very fabric of the house and its furnishings.
Right.
So the idea is, once all the clutter of technology has gone, you'll be able to furnish your rooms in any style you like. You won't actually be able to see the technology, but it will be there, doing its job without getting in your way.
Oh, say so. Because 6 years passed and it's 2026 and I don't see that. I don't see it customizing. I mean, I can see the AI can like show you a little preview of what you can just, disguise and make your design, but I had to move all this stuff in here. So
that means the lights automatically switch off.
Okay, we do have that.
As you walk between rooms. And the home learns how bright you like them. A simple command gives you music, perhaps piped in from a sound library. Bark, please. And no more PowerPoints. Plugs become pads, picking up power from anywhere on the wall.
Do we have that? I don't know we have that. But we do have the voice activation of like music and stuff like that, yeah.
And even windows will take an active part in the home, according to another researcher, David Button.
This is today's glass technology, whereby combining thin transparent coatings with ordinary conventional glass, we're able to change the performance of the glass. We can diffuse the glass for privacy, and with other coatings, we can control the glare and the solar radiation.
That is kind of cold though, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, they onto something.
In other words, we can vary the performance of the window. This liquid crystal display TV again involves a material sandwiched between two thin pieces of glass. Screens more than a metre wide are being developed. These systems depend on light passing through the glass. But this glass has a coating which can act as a light source in itself, becoming a prototype display screen. This imaging technology is embodied in very thin coatings, which will be developed to be transparent. And when combined with ordinary glass, it means that your glass tabletop could become a VDU screen, and indeed your window could become something very remarkable.
I believe we do that with actually with the mirrors that they were talking about, where you can watch videos on the mirrors in bathrooms and stuff, which I don't really too much care about watching TV on my mirror while I'm brushing my teeth. Well, I mean, I do kind of brush my teeth and watch YouTube videos while I'm brushing my teeth on my phone. So maybe that's not a bad idea. I don't know. Anyways, dude, this is kind of crazy how in 1989 that they were doing little stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They were, trying to push the envelope on seeing how they can evolutionize technology and make it beneficial for us. I don't know where we stopped at to not try to continue to evolve, but also keep certain traditions to where, it still feels humanized in a way. But yeah, a lot of these things and ideas, I'm sure that they have far more technologies they just haven't released to the public yet, but they do. They have a lot more.
So a simple command could turn a window into a wall, and you could decorate it how you want. Or it could be a television or a computer screen. Well, that may be a little futuristic or too expensive for most people. But there's one area where homes are going to have to change.
By 2020, there will have been enormous pressure on us to cut down on our burning of fossil fuels to protect the environment.
Where was that at? Because I still don't see that. We should definitely find one of the ways. Like, I know people say, well, it's not sustainable because mining for cobalt batteries to other things, resources, means that you have to, um politically, other people are going to be affected in some ways, whether it's by enslaving people with low payments to do these things. And also, it's just, as I dive deep in it of trying to find solutions, it is kind of hard to see why. But at the same time, it's like, dude, we got to figure something out.
This means that energy management in our homes will become of critical importance.
There are already materials that can help. This honeycomb material is being used on the outside of a building in Strathclyde to heat it by trapping the energy and diffuse daylight as it hits the walls.
Whoa.
And aerogel, this is aerogel here, is a form of glass with a similar structure at a microscopic level. It can do the same job, but it'll be thinner and transparent. And
Wait, so they already got the ideals and problem to solve? And we ain't doing it? Why?
And aerogel, this is aerogel here, is a form of glass with a similar structure at a microscopic level. It can do the same job, but it'll be thinner and transparent. And if these two things become widely used by 2020, the coatings could one day reduce heating bills almost to zero and help to cut down our use of fossil fuels.
The other key is for the home to use more energy more intelligently. The heating system could learn your daily routine and only heat the rooms that you'll be using. The living
we do
room
that.
would be at just the right temperature as you come downstairs.
The people who are already planning the home we'll be living in 30 years assure us that we can take as much or as little of this technology as we like. The crucial point is that there'll be no single home of the future, there'll be millions of different ones. We choose the type of home we want to live in, the technology takes a back seat. BBC One, please.
And yet we don't have any homes that middle age in to 20 years old and up can't even own. People can't own homes right now. It's crazy. Anyways, man, what y'all think? This was a cool dive into seeing, like, I don't know if you grew up in around this time and era, or from being young or older and you seeing this, like, what did you think at that time? I'm intrigued to read y'all comments. I love learning and hearing just about stuff like this, and like just fascinating. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one. Peace.